The consequences of dehydration. Water is a fundamental liquid for life, needed by the body to carry out chemical processes. It is vital for the absorption of nutrients and the elimination of residue, among other processes. In spite of this importance, the majority of people do not consume a sufficient amount. After time, this presents a series of difficult health problems. It is true that the body has the ability to cleanse itself. The lack of water can complicate this task, and at the same time increase levels of toxins. As a consequence, the inflammatory level increases, there is a risk of chronic illness, and a series of symptoms appear that affect the quality of life. Drinking at least 2 quarts of water a day on average is recommended. This includes natural fruit juice, fruits and soups, etc. Consuming less water than what is recommended can provoke dehydration and some reactions that manifest internally as well as externally. We are aware that many people don't know these effects. Below, we will share in detail the consequences of dehydration. Take note. Digestive problems. Difficulties in the gastrointestinal tracts are the first effects of dehydration. 98% of the mucous lining of the stomach is composed of water, and when there is a lack of water the acid can affect the lining and cause indigestion, constipation, and heartburn. Joint pain. It is estimated that 80% of the composition of cartilage that protects the joints is composed of water. Because of this, when you don't consume the necessary quantity of water, the joints are directly compromised. A person who is dehydrated has more than a 60% chance of suffering from arthritis, and other inflammatory conditions. Dehydration can also affect the discs of the spinal column, and give way to a condition known as a herniated disc. Dryness of the mouth and skin. When it comes to aesthetics, dehydration is a condition that is very visible. The delicate layer of skin that covers the lips gets dry, and not getting enough moisture, can actually split. At the same time the skin changes its normal production of oils and as a consequence the lips will look opaque and dry. Even though there are products to moisturize the lips, it's important to hydrate from the inside in order to prevent dryness. Low energy level. %90 of blood plasma is composed of water. With low levels of this liquid the heart has problems pumping the blood and spreading oxygen to each cell of the body. Because of this, energy levels go down and the person has trouble reaching a good physical and mental state. Kidney problems. Given that the kidneys are the organs that are in charge of filtering waste and producing urine, they are a very important part of your health that depends on water. Individuals who become dehydrated have high levels of toxins in their blood. They also tend to suffer from fluid retention and bloating. Dehydration increases the risk of infection in the urinary tract and also the risk of kidney stones. Circulatory difficulties. Circulation slows down when there's a lack of water in the system. After a few days, blood can accumulate and cause varicose veins. Controlling this situation is very important since after a while it can increase the risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, and stroke. Decreased muscle mass. Muscles need water in order to adequately absorb nutrients and stay strong. A dehydrated body can lose a significant amount of muscle mass. At the same time, muscles become flabby and there is a risk of damage to the muscles. When you do high-impact training, it is vital to increase the consumption of liquids on a daily basis. This will maintain adequate levels of electrolytes, and will compensate for the loss of liquids and will avoid subsequent bloating. Increase in depression. A deficiency of water consumption directly affects emotional health. The shortage of liquid in brain tissue increases levels of cortisol and also elevates stress. This can result in serious episodes of depression. Hunger. Lack of liquids in the body increases the sensation of hunger. So most of the time this drives you to consume more calories than you should. Throughout the day you feel the need to visit the refrigerator continually and choose foods that contain liquid. The problem occurs when these foods digest slowly, causing significant weight gain. With lack of water, foods digest slowly, which can cause you to gain significant amounts of weight. How much water should you consume daily? Now that you know some of the effects of dehydration, increase the consumption of water to maintain your health.